Saheed Shittu Saheed jẹgbọn Ọlọ́run bí ibi tẹ́ ẹ bá ẹ̀sìn jẹ́ dé ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run tá a rò pa ń ka àṣírọ́ là ń pa fáyé Saheed Shittu sẹ́rí ibi tẹ́ ẹ bá ìsìláàmù jẹ́ dé báyìí ibà sí Ọlọ́run látẹ̀kífù mọ́ lẹ́yìn sàlákàbí ilmu Ọlọ́run ní tẹ̀ ẹ bá mọ̀ ẹ mọ̀ ṣe ẹ ti fi ìsìláàmù ẹ ti fi pawó ẹ ti fi ìsìláàmù ẹ ti fi kó owó ń tẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ẹ ti sí gbogbo ẹ ṣe lẹ̀wù Saheed Shittu àgbákò ọmọ.
Àwọn brọ́dà wa ms bàbá olówó èkó àkànbí ọlọ́ba ìyàwó amúlékàtù bjos bàbá mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o adúpẹ́ o àtàwọn tó kù adúpẹ́ o. ẹ wá gbọ́ nǹkan tí àáfàá yìí sọ àṣírí tú o ẹ̀yin ẹlẹ́sìn Islam ẹ mọ̀ kí ló dé tá à ń tún àwọn èèyàn wa jẹ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀sìn ẹ lẹ́ ń ṣe wòlímọ̀ àbúrò mi kan brọ́dà mi kan ṣe wòlímọ̀ fọ́mọ ní last week kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ owó tó dẹ̀ sọ fún mi pé òun náà mo dẹ̀ ń pè sáàkíyèsí gbogbo kinní wọn is not kò wúlò fún kankan it's for no use kò wúlò fún anything at all waste time àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ waste of your money ẹ wá gbọ́ bọ́n ṣe ń béèrè owó lọ́wọ́ wọn wọ́n fi gbogbo kinní wọ̀nyí wọ́n fi ń gba owó lọ́wọ́ yín ni irọ́ ló pọ̀ jù ẹ wá gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu àáfàá fúnra ara ẹ wá gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu àwọn àáfàá tó bá yẹ pé tí ò kì í ṣe ẹlẹ́sìn mùsùlùmí sọ eléyìí ń sìn wọn á ní bóyá wọ́n ń bẹ̀sìn jẹ́ kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o ẹ wá gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu àáfàá yìí o ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ẹ jẹ́ ká farabalẹ̀ ká gbọ́ ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ká tó tẹ̀síwájú lónìí mọ́ńbé. Thank you.
Saheed jẹgbọn Ọlọ́run bí ibi tẹ́ ẹ bá ẹ̀sìn jẹ́ dé ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run tá a rò pa ń ka àṣírọ́ là ń pa fáyé Saheed Shittu sẹ́rí ibi tẹ́ ẹ bá ìsìláàmù jẹ́ dé báyìí ibà sí Ọlọ́run látẹ̀kífù mọ́ lẹ́yìn sàlákàbí ilmu Ọlọ́run ní tẹ̀ ẹ bá mọ̀ ẹ mọ̀ ṣe ẹ ti fi ìsìláàmù ẹ ti fi pawó ẹ ti fi ìsìláàmù ẹ ti fi kó owó ń tẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ẹ ti sí gbogbo ẹ ṣe lẹ̀wù Saheed Shittu àgbákò ọmọ Saheed Shittu èèmọ̀lú ọwọ́nú ìsìláàmù ọ̀dà gbogbo ẹ̀rú tó bá ń jọ mí yọ̀ọ́ bá alùsùnà ṣe tó bá yọ̀dọ̀ àwọn alùbídíà tó bá yọ̀dọ̀ àwọn oníṣúfí Saheed Shittu ẹ ti ríbi tẹ́ ẹ bá jẹ́ dé báyìí àwọn ọmọ yẹn ti gbọ́mọ yín lọ́wọ́ bèbí ti ṣẹ́jú mọ́ gbogbo yín lọ́wọ́ Saheed Shittu ọkùnrin ogun ọkùnrin mẹ́ta Saheed Shittu tó wà nílé tẹ́rù ń bara oko ó wà lóko ẹ̀rù ń bara lé ó dé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ànẹ́bí ọlọ́njọ́ tí ó dé àti wọ́n á da nǹkan rú ni ó sọ lé àfáà àti ń dùn ó sọ gbogbo ẹ̀dá horo àwọn tí wàá wà nù ayọ̀ báyìí ẹ ti fèrú kọ́rọ̀ jọ báyìí ẹ ti fọ̀nà èrú ẹ ti gbà kó ọrọ̀ jọ Ọlọ́run ó bí gbogbo yín sẹ́rí bí tẹ́ ẹ sún ìsìláàmù dé báyìí ní Nàìjíríà àbí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá sẹ́rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ti ṣe ìgbọ́dọ̀ má sọ̀rọ̀ tabatiré léyìí ẹlẹ́bọ ni eléyà afẹ́ ẹlẹ́bọ ọ̀yà ńbọ lẹ bìlọ́ǹgì sí ní Saheed Shittu ńbọ lẹ bìlọ́ǹgì sí ẹyẹ jẹ́ àmọ̀ báyìí ní alùsùnà ní àbí sufi àbí alùbídíà alùsùnà wal jamaa lẹ bìlọ́ǹgì sí ní sinmi ńbọ lẹ bìlọ́ǹgì sí àtúntì rí tẹ́ ẹ tún gbé fọ́tò àwọn ẹlòmíín náà tẹ́ ń gbé sọ́ńdà péjì yín ńbọ lẹ bìlọ́ǹgì sí báyìí níjọ́ tá à ń sọ pé ẹ̀dẹ́ àwọn ọmọ yẹn ti gbọ́n mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́ báyìí ẹ̀rí kò sẹ́ni tó lè fèsì wọn tàlárí tó jáde nù yín nìsí tàlárí tó jáde wo yín náà hàn náà lẹ́ ń sọ kí látìlẹ̀ ilmi tuwadib sọ́hìbà àìtó nǹkan mímọ̀ ẹ̀ fi ìyà jẹni tó ní mímọ̀ yẹn ni torí kò ní bá àkókò mu ṣẹ́rí bí tẹ́ bá jẹ́ rí báyìí ó wá di pé gbogbo àfa wa ń ká ẹ̀ wá ń ká Saheed lọ kọ́kọ́ ká yín òun wá bà nǹkan jẹ́ ní kejì pé wá tún nǹkan kan sí ẹ bí léèrè wọ́n ti fèrú kó ọ̀rọ̀ jọba yìí okùn bá ti okùn ọkà ti bọ̀ tán Saheed Shittu ìmọ̀ràn mi fún yín ni pé Islam wérò gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn ń di ẹlẹ́bọ yìí náà ẹ̀yin lẹ sọ wọ́n di bẹ́ẹ̀ níbi àsọjù ọ̀rọ̀ àwa la dáa jù so bó ṣe rí nìyẹn o àwa ń kìlọ̀ fún yín ní ìkìlọ̀ ní tiwọ́ Saheed Shittu kò ní jẹ́ ìmọ̀ràn tọrẹ bá nǹkan jẹ́ gan-an ẹ̀rẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́ ojú yín ti mọ́ báyìí ọ̀dà tá a bá gbèsìn lọ́dọ̀ ẹni tá a ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ á fún lẹ́sìn padà ẹ ti bàjẹ́ kọ̀tán ọ̀ọ́bì àmọ́ bíi tẹ́ bìlọ́ǹgì sí mọ́ báyìí ẹ̀yin náà rí i pé fọ́lọ́wọ́ ayé ò tó ti gbà kan gbogbo àwọn tí ń wò yín fún wa ò tó bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ kọ́mẹ́ǹtì ò tó bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ ṣe mọ̀ pé kò sí ní tá padà sí bó lè bá déédéé bẹ́ẹ̀ ti ṣe fẹ́sìn lọ́lọ́run ṣe padà fún yín gbogbo ilé àwọn àfa ńláńlá tẹ̀ wọ̀ ọlọ́run ti ń gbẹ̀sán dé báyìí èèyàn mélòó ní wò yín mọ́ bíi ti máa rí falábòsí nìyẹn bó ṣe máa rí fún alábòsí bíi ti máa rí nìyẹn alábòsí a máa lówó alábòsí a bímọ àti bọ̀tán alábòsí o ṣé kò ní dára ẹ ti tẹ̀ sójú ẹ ti tẹ́ báyìí Saheed Shittu èyí tẹ́mi ń sọ yìí reality ni mò ń bá gbogbo yín sọ tó bá wù yín kẹ́ ẹ yí padà tó bá wù yín kẹ́ ẹ ronú tó bá wù yín kẹ́ ẹ.
ẹ ṣeun gan ẹ káàbọ̀ padà ẹ náà ẹ gbọ́rọ̀ tá a fà sọ lẹ́nu now before you ẹmí sọpẹ́ wo fídíò yìí tán ẹ wá gbọ́ nǹkan tí Ṣeun Kútì ohun tó sọ àwọn nǹkan tóun náà rí nínú Al-Quran tóun náà gbé síta tó dẹ̀ kà á síta ẹ wá gbọ́ torí most of the thing àwọn nǹkan tó ń lọ lórí TikTok tẹ́ ń wò yẹn lórí Facebook YouTube táwọn èèyàn ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí pa ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn Islam ẹ rí i pé àwọn tó ń ṣe program yìí wọ́n máa ní ẹ̀rí dání àwọn àfáwọn yìí náà mọ̀ wọ́n ti ń jáde síta ń sìn wọ́n ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ní ẹ̀rí dání ẹ̀rí wà lọ́wọ́ wọn wá gbé e síta fún ẹni kò wá nídìí fún wa láti pé à ń tilt nǹkankan tí ò lọ you don't need to tilt it bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn mo kí wa níbikíbi tá a bá wà èmi ọmọ yín náà ni Àkàlàmàgbò TV ẹ̀yẹ méjì òkè.
Translations of what is in the Quran about how to treat unbelievers, how to treat infidels. I mean, how can people listen? How can people say that there is no violence, that these people that are committing violence against people are not real Muslims? How did Usman Danfodio conquer northern Nigeria? How did he conquer northern Nigeria? How did Usman Danfodio, when he came, people were already Muslims. He was still angry that they were not Muslims enough. He was angry that they were not Muslims enough and waged war, murdering millions of people for no reason other than not accepting Islam. But these same people who have taken lands by blood just because the people there refuse. Where you refuse, they come with war. So how can that be a religion of peace? If I refuse your religion and you come and subdue me because I refuse by violence and war in a land that is not your own, is this Usman Danfodio's father's land? This is Africa. The people of northern Nigeria, the Hausa tribes of northern Nigeria, said they want to keep the only people he could not conquer was the Borno people, because the Borno Empire was well organized. They resisted him. They beat him up. That's why till today there's still a shehu of Borno, not an emir. And that's why Boko Haram is there, number one place. They are not in Sokoto, destroying Sokoto. They are in Borno, continuing their imperialist mission to subdue that place and put an emir. What is anybody telling me here? Religion of peace? Okay. So now, let me look into the Quran, in English translation, because I'm sorry, I don't have Arabic translation. I have never, really, the way I read English Bible and claim to officially talk to anybody about it, I don't do that with, because, you have to learn Arabic, and I don't want to learn that. But they are English translations. So let me read from the Quran, how, Allah thinks infidels should be treated peacefully. Let's see this peaceful treatment, And I'm coming to, after the Quran, we will not discuss the hadiths, because many of you that listen to these liars, these moderate liars, that they call themselves moderate Islamists, that do nothing but secretly happy that their religion is winning. In their mind, they're happy. Don't think we can talk to Muhammad anyhow. You don't ask them, no. We don't believe in this killing. We don't. Anyway, you guys calm down. We'll discuss the hadith. Let people come and talk to us about the hadiths. Because you see, the hadiths are the stories, the tales, the acts, the actions of the Prophet himself, by the people closest to him. So apart from the Quran, when people interpret the Quran, they use the hadith. That's how they are able to interpret the Quran, by seeing what Muhammad did in that same situation, what he said to his people about that passage. So they have the corresponding text. You understand? These are the doctrines. Let me say it this way. Hadiths are maybe like the doctrines, like the Gospels of Muhammad. Exactly. The Gospels. You know, that way is the Gospels that make the Old Testament the Bible. The Gospels of Jesus and the New Testament makes the Torah the Bible. So this is how the Hadith, you know, is the Gospels of Muhammad. What he did, what he said. So it is in this Hadith that people can see what the Prophet said about people, how he acted. You understand? Anyway, quickly, let me give you some of the sayings in this Hadith. You know, in the Hadith, it says, jihad is your duty under any ruler, be he godly or wicked. A single endeavor of fighting in Allah's cause in the forenoon or in the afternoon is better than the world and whatever is in it. A day and night fighting on the frontier is better than a month of fasting and prayer. Nobody who dies and finds good from Allah in the hereafter would wish to come back to this world, even if you are given the whole world and whatever is in it, except the martyr who, on seeing the superiority of martyrdom, would like to come back to the world and get killed again in Allah's cause. He who dies without having taken part in a campaign dies in a kind of unbelief. Paradise is in the shadow of swords. Are you listening to me like this? They say, he who dies without having taken part in a campaign dies in a kind of unbelief. When you see these boys jubilating that they killed someone, for them that is a campaign. They have fought for Allah. They are now full Muslims. I'll still read from the Quran itself. I'll still read from the Quran itself. Don't get me twisted. You know, when you are hearing jihad, all these things, all these extremists blowing, it is not the poor Muslims that are arranging it and planning it and funding it. No. It is the rich Muslims that will come out and tell you that they are moderate. They are the ones behind teaching. These scholars, go and listen to them. So many violent scholars in the north, spewing hateful rhetoric in the mosque. Nobody stops them. Telling people that they must kill for Allah, they must die for Allah, if anybody. Did you hear what the cleric said yesterday? The cleric, go and look at this young stupid one that said he only had 83 million. Who donated 83 million for that one to do presidential campaign? He said insulting the prophet is the red line. This is somebody that wanted to rule Nigeria. He said they have red line. So you understand, this red line word, this is a presidential aspirant. It is how they have been taught by these brains, these scholars that they all look up to.